I'm Jason Irving.
Woo!
Johnny Bosch. I'm Blake Walker. I'm John Elmer.
Gabrielle Fitzpatrick.
Everybody, David Wing. He's the director.
What's our name? Yes, I know your names now. Alright, let's get started. Each of you tell a favorite anecdote from the filming of Power Rangers, a movie, or Turbo's a Power Ranger. I'm a frog. Oh. I'm a frog. Our favorite anecdote. Anecdote is a short story. Often hilarious.
Okay, honey.
Okay, my favorite. Watching Gabriella actually. That's not an anecdote at all, is it? That's not an anecdote.
What is an anecdote?
I was going to say the same thing. I don't want to be the only guy like looking it up. Let's just tell you some sort. I didn't even want to sit next to him. Because it's awkward. They tried to make us a couple on the show. Who are you?
I haven't seen Johnny since 1953. I was just like, oh my goodness, Johnny, and didn't want me to buy him or anything. So I went to buy him.
Just sweaty hands.
Oh, okay. I'm Nakia Maurice and I play Tanya in Zeo and Turbo.
So, Kia, we have just each one of us told a lengthy anecdote about movies. What is yours?
Our favorite part?
An anecdote. An anecdote. What is that short story? Oh, humorous.
Now I'm back in school.
Google is your friend.
She knows what it is. Why? It's like something, you know, went out of her brain. He's like, okay, here's a really tough question. Name something that happened to you once. Okay, anything.
A short amusing story. Okay. Yes.
About really?
That's what I said.
Oh, really?
A short story should not take us forever. It's short.
I had a great time.
Next. Something easy, please.
All right. Well, we're gonna just, since that happened, start lining up for questions behind the. Is that your only question? Your only questions? I was gonna let you guys talk about yourselves. You know. Go.
Hey, Johnny, how are you? Good. Like those tattoos. Yeah. Where's Paul Schreier? I haven't seen him since the show.
You guys remember when you were monkeys?
And not a single person's freaking laughing here. Monkeys weren't funny.
That was 10 minutes ago.
Hey, man, they made us kids, alright? They made us kids. I remember. That shit was funny. Alright.
Okay, let's hit this line. Let's hit this line. Questions? Okay, next.
While we're waiting,
Yes.
location shooting. Fun times there. Anything?
Locations.
Can't stay.
That reminds me of a short anecdote from when location?
San Pedro, Dana Point. I didn't get a chance to travel, everybody else did. We went to Hawaii, we went to Tennessee. I went to San Pedro. And Cascade Lake.
Yeah, I'll take it. People always ask, what's the difference between the first movie and the second movie? Well, we said the first movie was in Australia. The second movie was in Santa Monica. Look, I mean, come on. But we did have David Winning on the second movie. He actually knows how to deal with that.
And having only the 1 Power Rangers experience, the movie, as my whole frame of reference, everyone should ask me all the trivia questions. I have absolutely no idea. In 1996, guys, somebody had the brilliant idea of saying, why don't we take a Sweet Valley High director and give him the sequel to the Power Rangers movie? What better choice? So that was me. I had a great time, and I haven't seen these wonderful people for 16 years, so they probably didn't even know who I was.
He didn't know who I was, that's for sure.
Hey, my favorite memory of the Power Rangers Turbo movie is when David Winning got fired.
That's the After Dark.
Let's talk about David Winning. All right, let's hit these questions right here.
All right. First, questions for John, okay? I watched on YouTube videos, okay? And from other conventions and panels, and you said in both movies that you didn't like the frog and you didn't like the minivan, and why was that?
Okay, so I don't know what they showed on the YouTube thing, but
you go on other conventions?
yeah.
And you're in other panels?
The question's over, I'm answering. So in the original script, the script went through a few changes, and I remember approaching the director in the first one because I thought that the frog was kind of weird, weak, and I had asked if they could be bummed about it, and he wanted me to do it as the script is written first, and then we tried it the other way. And so we tried it, like me being bummed out, and they liked it. And then I also got to get kissed on the forehead, which was kind of cool. I approached him in the second movie because in the second movie, everyone got really cool cars, and I got the green minivan. So I thought, oh, wouldn't that be kind of cool? Like, if I was upset about having a minivan and complaining about how I was a frog and I got a minivan, I don't even have a family. I thought that would be funny. But the producers were like,
Your character didn't have a family? Even we had parents.
No, I have like some old monk. They don't know what I am.
I want to make a comment about the minivan. My mom drives a minivan.
I mean, they're cool. I mean, I like them. It's not that I don't like minivans. I mean, no, your mom's awesome, and I think they have lots of minivans.
Next. Thanks, man.
Hi. What was your favorite part about working in the movies?
I think the cool thing about movies, aside from the Australia versus Santa Monica, is that when we shot the show, we were rushed. Okay, the movie that had all the time in the world. I think that's probably the first thing that was cool. Plus we got to see them reimagine the franchise. Don't forget, coming into it, we were sort of taking the hand-me-downs from the Japanese footage. So for the movies, directors like David got to say, well, how do we reimagine this as an American product from the get-go? What do you think? Totally agree.
I totally agree.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. You asked me about how my mom was.
I was asking about his mom. His mom's fine.
Did you say what was your favorite?
Yeah, everybody's favorite part about working on the movie.
Okay. I think my favorite part was just doing the movie, period. Just getting the experience of doing a movie. We had, really great moments and not so great moments, but I think overall, just having the opportunity to film a movie, I mean, that's dreams for some people, and it fulfilled one of mine, so.
That was a good ending.
Thanks!
It wasn't that amusing.
My favorite part was working with Johnny Bosch.
Next. Thank you, folks.
Yes, this question is regarding the movies and with the anniversary. Do we have any plans coming up for Blu-ray release? Because I'm really interested in catching any kind of the deleted scenes involving Johnny and Turbo with the mermaid.
I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know if anybody knows any of that.
Yeah, you're scuba diving. You guys are supposed to be scuba diving.
We're pretty much the last people to get to know that.
What did Johnny do with the mermaid?
There's like a whole thing cut out of this thing.
Yeah.
Well, how would I know? I didn't see those cut out over here. David, what's up with the
I think, actually, on the original cut of the movie was 3 hours long. This was just about before I left. I think, but it was 3 hours long, and there was some great stuff with the mermaid. I remember freezing in some lake, shooting the mermaid. And there's also a great sequence with a flamethrower and a crocodile.
Yeah, that
I'm sure Catherine remembers all that
That
stuff.
was fun. Yeah.
And I don't know where it went. Maybe it's involved somewhere.
There was a camping scene too that got started.
Yeah.
crocodiles shoot fireworks out of their nostrils? Mermaids! Camping!
This is a general question for everyone. When you come to these conventions and other similar events, how do you look back on your experience on Power Rangers as a whole and what it means to you?
For me, I was like you were saying, when we were shooting, we were kind of in a bubble. It was so fast, and we were kind of in this little world, and then we stepped out and got to experience what you guys saw much later than what we were filming. That makes sense. I'm talking in riddles here. And so when we come to these things and see the impact that the show still has, it's very overwhelming. It's great. I mean, when you said it was like
Absolutely. I mean, for me, part was like seeing all of you guys and stuff. It kind of feels like a high school reunion or something. But we were all the jocks. Everybody knew us. Maybe they didn't always like us, but it's like it's kind of weird and cool at the same time. It's a huge chunk for me. I mean, it's the first big thing.
yeah.
Yeah, for me it was like I was watching the TV show growing up on Power Rangers, and then all of a sudden I'm on set working with the Power Rangers. I'll never forget like the first day that I actually went to the sound studio, and I was just sitting in the room, and all the Power Rangers started come walking in, and I was like, oh my god. There's Jason and Frank. I don't want to read my lines. So it was really cool, but yes, like he said, it's kind of like a high school reunion now. I mean, I'm older now, so I look at everything different. I'm very late.
It's got to be like you're hanging out with your teachers, not with your high school college.
I am actually hanging out with the teachers, so it's awesome.
For me, it's kind of gratitude. I got a chance to start, because I was behind the scenes, and I got a chance to help create a TV show from blank page to hits, because of what these guys did. But and I had never experienced that before, so I have an awful lot of gratitude, because it really made me a career. I got to be involved in something really major and get to know these kind of guys that are monkeys. So thank you. So that's how I feel about it.
Well, hello, I'm Gabrielle. I don't know me, but I played Dulcie in World 10. But yes, I can't tell you much because I wasn't in any of the series, but I was in the movie, and that was a fantastic experience. Australia, and in that beautiful environment with these fabulous Americans that got off the plane and had weird things on them, and they told jokes, and they were really wealthy and fabulous, and they got cameras and wonderful things, and tracks, and like money everywhere. I didn't see any of it. But what a wonderful thing to be a part of. I had never seen the show. I don't say that to be rude, but I say that to be amazing. I had never seen it. I just read a script. It was a sci-fi genre. I was blown away by the character Dulcie. decided to play this gorgeous, fabulous, you know, warrior chick.
Woo!
Things and hitting things and doing it for good, not evil. So for me, it was a high, man, and it's a high to see these people again because I haven't seen any of them in 15 years.
Hello? I have actually a story to tell you guys, just a brief story. It's, when I came to do my one Power Rangers experience, it's probably a secret, maybe you guys don't know this, but a lot of the crew wasn't really happy that I was directing this movie. They said, why isn't one of our regular TV directors going to direct this movie? But I have to say, these guys were so nice to me, the cast, that it made me feel very welcome, and I thank you for that. Even 16 years later, I want to thank you for that, because honestly, some people weren't really happy that I was there, and you guys were. No, just because it's politics. It's like being, you know the substitute teacher in school that nobody likes? That was me. I was like the new guy for 3 months, but you guys made me feel really welcome, so I had a great time.
No, that's true. We were just pleased as somebody that didn't have 18 bullet holes in their body armor. Because the directors from the regular series, surviving that series as a director, and believe me, is very difficult because of the constrictions that production puts on you. They say, okay, we've got a cluster of 4 episodes, or we've got a feature film, we've got to shoot 87 pages today. How do you feel about that? And you're like, okay. So, I mean, and that led to a lot of really great directors not getting the chance to come back because the pressure was so high for them to set it up and fake the turnarounds and shoot it, you know, expeditiously and you know, heaven knows we had to cover everything. Wide, medium, kind of semi-medium, wide, tight, coverage, pop, you know, and if you didn't get all of that coverage, despite the fact that you perhaps didn't need it in your vision cut, that didn't matter. And so many really great directors didn't get a chance to come back. So for all of our colleagues who only directed one cluster and went away like, oh, well, you know, we love you. Yeah. And we love David Winton because, you know, he might have got shot later, but he showed up.
I got shot later, but it was in the dark and
Well, and you know, that's another thing that you know, we forget is the sheer ridiculous amounts of coverage that they had to get. They had to get quick. I mean, we were turning these things out at the beginning, one show every 2.5 days. And then I think towards the end, they were going to be once every 2 days. So you had this enormous amount of pressure, and you had to do it ridiculously quickly. You know, so when we talk about legacy, not only the friendships that we got, but as actors, not only working on these huge things, but on the day-to-day inner workings of the set, you have to learn your craft and learn it quickly. You have to learn perfection quickly and on the fly. It's the best institution you could possibly ever attend. So.
And I didn't get a chance to speak about this, but I just wanted to say, and the gentleman that was that asked that question I met earlier, I don't know who he went, but there you are. It's amazing to me that Power Rangers had such an impact on people that many of you have traveled from Australia and Puerto Rico and Chicago. I have to say, and I'm sure I'm speaking for them as well, what a blessing that is that you would come this far just to see us and to meet us. We're very honored. No one would have told me 15 years ago that people would still remember Tanya and remember Power Rangers and remember more things than I do, remember how to morph. Some of you are teaching me. But anyway, so I just wanted to thank you and just say this has been a wonderful experience for me.
I'm not sure like where you guys from like originally, but like just wanted to see like what was the first thing you guys did when you got off the bus or ran on the plane and you came to Hollywood, was like, you know, for 3 years.
Another anecdote. Even if we're we think about it. Yeah, I remember the anecdote. I can tell it to you. For those of us who weren't born here, or who were, it's not quite as exciting. It's sort of assumed in California because we have this myth that we don't have a class system in California. That in order to become royalty or successful to become a movie star, that man has a loaded weapon. Arrest him. No, okay. So going to Hollywood is not like, ooh, wow. It's kind of what you're expected to do. You know, it's almost like maybe it's like more like living in a coal mining town. You're in work of the mine. You don't walk in and be like, wow, I'm in a mine. So that being said, the first thing I did was go to Strasbourg, take acting lessons.
Yeah.
Well, my first step off the plane, it was very glamorous and it seemed like a wake up to reality. But I was met by Shuki, the producer, in a limousine, and taken to